Hi! I fell in love with Prince's song, The Question of You, the first time I heard it, quite a few years ago. I'm not sure if it was the sultry blues 12/8 groove, the evocative lyrics, the stunning guitar solo, the form, the simple melody, or the coda with all the weird and wonderful lines that compelled me to this song. In this video, I would like to put the focus on the different chromatic notes Prince uses to colour and deepen the emotional impact of his creation, as he incredibly uses 11 of the 12 notes of the chromatic scale. Apart from the 7 notes of the natural minor, Prince utilises the flattened second, the sharpened fourth, the flattened sixth, the natural sixth, the minor and major seventh, all in this one pop song. It's like a masterclass on the minor tonality. Before we begin the musical feast though, I would like to look at 2 of the things that I believe make this such a killer tune. The first is the simple but beautiful melody. This is based mostly on the first, the second, the third and the fifth degrees of the minor scale. It is interesting to think that these notes 1, 2, 3 and 5 are the same in the harmonic minor, the melodic minor, the Dorian, and natural minor. It is the 6th and 7th that vary. To ram home the significance of these 4 tones, let's listen to 3 classic tunes now that employ these same primal tones that are so important in any scale. The Shadow of Your Smile in A minor.
The shadow of your smile.
The classic jazz standard Round Midnight, sung here by Sting.
It begins to tell.
And The Summer Knows by Michel Legrand, here played by Freddie Hubbard. The second interesting thing I want to draw your attention to is the form. AAB, AAB coda. The first AAB is sung.
So what is the answer?
The next AAB is the guitar solo. Then the song goes straight to the coda with all its colours and melodies. So the voice actually never returns. This gives the idea that the song is forever evolving. Okay, let the musical feast commence. We begin by looking at each of these colours in relation to the minor that Prince uses so evocatively. Let's start with the G, the flattened 6th, found in the natural minor. We first hear this in bar 7, an E minor chord over G. This chord is 4 minor in B minor. The G in the bass makes this chord a first inversion, and that ratchets up the emotion slightly as the 3rd in the bass imbues the chord with more character. This is subtle but very effective. In bar 16, we hear this G in the melody. Let's now highlight where Prince uses the natural 6th, the G sharp. So one of the things that is so extraordinary is that this song is peppered with what I am going to call cluster stabs. Here is the first one that occurs in the 2nd bar of the melody. From what my non-genius ear can make out, these are the notes. The semitone between G sharp and A creates a lot of character. Without it, the stab would lose a lot of its grit and mystery. The natural 6th is also heard at the 2nd bar of the bridge. This chord B minor 6 over D can also be thought of as a G sharp minor 7 flat 5 over D. Again, quite subtle but tender. At bar 21, we can hear the G sharp clearly on the guitar. Whilst we are listening to this bar, let's analyse the synth line on top. Here we have the sharpened 4th of the minor used to such great effect. It's a very pungent sound indeed. This note can be found in the Hungarian minor. By the way, here is Wes Montgomery using the sharp 4 Hungarian flavour on Summertime. This exotic sound is also heard in the coda bar 23 on the harpsichord line. A flamboyant sound, just what we would expect of Prince. Okay, the next descending note to inspect is the minor 7th, the A natural. In bar 5, this note is the minor 3rd of the F sharp minor 7 chord.
Question of you.
This is the 5 minor chord then in B minor. In bar 14, it is the 5th of the D major 7 chord. And in bar 16, it is in the melody. In the coda, it is heard in this phrase. And in the penultimate one, it is featured. The next note to inspect is the major 7th, the A sharp. This is first heard in the melody at bar 7, reinforcing the ending cadence of this first A section.
What shall I do?
Let's contrast this with an A natural version. It works, but it's a bit bland and happy. Let's contrast that with Prince's more emotional version. At bar 18, we hear this major 7th again at the end of this magical descending line. Here it is heard supported by an F sharp triad, so it is the 3rd of that chord. The sound is surprising as the previous chord is a C, a tritone away. This line is really sensational, maybe as the flattened 2nd is employed to such great effect. Here is the line as if it were from B harmonic minor with a C sharp. And here with C natural. This is genius for me. It's a bit reminiscent of A Night in Tunisia. Here is the Night in Tunisia phrase in B minor for ease of comparison. It's like Prince is referencing the Neapolitan flat 2 chord sound here. Let's look at the last melodic phrase of the coda now. So this ends plain and squarely on the A sharp, the major 7th. We also hear the lead guitar hitting the flat 5. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider supporting Jazz Duets' work on Patreon, as this will nourish further such videos in the future. Take care, and thanks for watching. Ciao!